Polling stations opened across Iran. The nation is choosing a new president in snap elections after the sudden death of Ebrahim Raisi in a helicopter crash in May. RT's correspondent in Tehran, Mahdi Abbasian, has more.
At 8 a.m. local time, Iranians started casting their ballots after the polling stations were opened nationwide. There are around 58,000 polling stations across the country for people to cast their ballots. Also, there are around 340 voting stations in foreign countries for overseas voters to cast their ballots. Now, since the early hours, after the leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei, cast his ballot and addressed the nation, he called on Iranians and urged them to participate in the election in great numbers, saying doing this would make the country proud. More and more people are showing up at polling stations to cast their ballot. Even some high-profile officials, including the interim president Mohammad Mokhtar, had showed up at this very particular polling station, Hosseini Ershad, which is one of the oldest and also most famous polling stations across Iran. 61 million Iranians are eligible to vote. However, based on surveys conducted by different Iranian polling institutions, the voter turnout is expected to be at something between 50 to 60% nationwide. The race is now between four candidates. One of them, Mustafa Pur Mohammadi, has got a less chance compared to the other three who are, strong candidates. Mr. Jalili, Ghalibaf, and Masoud Pezeshkian. Pezeshkian is the only reformist candidate. He has got support from former Iranian presidents Hassan Rouhani and Mohammad Khatami. On the other hand, Ghalibaf and Jalili are both conservatives. Jalili was an ex-nuclear negotiator, and Ghalibaf is a high-profile Iranian official who is the Speaker of the Parliament, who was the mayor of Tehran. Now, there were unofficial reports before the official voting process begins that there was a meeting between Jalili and Ghalibaf so that they can reach a consensus and one of them withdraws from the race in favor of the other and supports the other conservative candidate so that they have a better chance to compete with Pezeshkian, the reformist candidate. However, this did not happen. Therefore, analysts believe that the chance of the election going to the second round is very high because each candidate that wants to become and is going to become the next president of the Islamic Republic of Iran has to garner at least 50% of the vote. And with the assessments, it's highly unlikely that one of these three people, Pezeshkian, Jalili, and Ghalibaf, would manage to do that. Therefore, the possibility of a runoff election that is probably going to happen next week on Friday is very high. Speaking to some of the voters standing in the line to get into the polling station, the main concern of people was usually fixing the cost of living issues and economic woes of the country. And all in all, Iranians are looking for someone who has got the power and the will to start reforming, making changes.
As an ordinary member of society and someone who's not an expert in political affairs, it seems that everyone should come to the polls today to participate and support the legitimacy of this system.
I'm voting for a candidate who listens to the leader, is revolutionary and is loyal to the principles of the revolution. Someone who's not focused on the West, but focused on our domestic capacities, on our youth. Someone who focuses on the people and has plans for the future and has a very good track record.
I voted for Pezeshkian. I've known him for years. His stances, honesty and ethics make him the best option. That's why I voted for him.
We will follow the process of voting and we will keep you updated on this.